Just Pete Mangione with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Good morning, everybody. Some light snow already moving into portions of Connecticut. I did see some observations from Bradley Airport just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, where some light snow is hitting the ground. And as we look at live Pinpoint Doppler 12, notice that the radar is filling in with some snow. Now, not all of this is hitting the ground. You can see where these shades are a little bit darker blue. This is the more likely location where some of the snow is reaching the ground right now. And a few of these snow bands could survive the trip into Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts. However, it's important to emphasize this is not our main show. This is not the big storm. This is kind of the energy just ahead of the storm. In fact, we can track all of the snow going hour by hour. Notice at noontime, it's still scattered snow showers off and on. So if you have plans to go shopping or head over to a relative's house, you should be okay. I mean, there could be some slick spots because any snow that hits the ground will stick very easily just because it's so cold out there right now. As we go into the 6 p.m. hour, notice a few blue dots representing the chance of more scattered snow showers. I'm still thinking the roads are okay at this point, drivable, but just use caution for some slick spots. And it's not until after, say, 7, 8, maybe even 9 o'clock where the snowfall rate really starts to pick up. This is right around 10 o'clock. Notice the blue really filling in. So it's at this point where the roads become slick, snow covered, best to maybe stay off the roads if you can. Notice it starts to get warmer, some milder air creeping in from the South Block Island. You may go over to some rain showers at this point. And as we head into the wee hours of Sunday morning, actually stopping this at midnight, this is where we could see some heavy snow bands pulling through. I'm talking about bad visibility, over an inch per hour, especially north and west of Providence in places like Foster, Gloucester, even up into Lincoln or Woonsocket. And even down through Providence, we could see some of these heavy bands of snow. Now at midnight and beyond, notice how the green line starts to push towards the south coast. So by 4 o'clock in the morning, I think places like Westerly, Newport, Jamestown, New Bedford likely will see either sleet or just plain old rain showers. We are still snowing across most of the viewing area at this point, but then quickly we start to push in the rain sleet line. So Providence by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning is either wet snow, sleet, or just some rain showers. But in extreme northern Rhode Island, northern Bristol County, Massachusetts, out towards North Attleboro, perhaps we could still be snowing fairly heavily. But by 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, we push the bulk of the precipitation out. Still could be some lingering snow bands, but the bulk of the accumulation will be over with at this point. So the bottom line is that the worst of the storm happens when a lot of us are sleeping, and at least maybe a lot of us are at the locations where we're going to stay for the remainder of the night. So that's the good news with this late night timing. Winter storm warning for these pink shaded areas, winter weather advisory for Providence and areas south. Basically the pink areas with the storm warning, those are areas expecting more snow, a little bit less in the snow department in the winter weather advisory area. Winds, yeah, they'll be strong overnight through tomorrow morning. The only wind advisory we have going right now is for Block Island, the Cape, and the islands, Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. While there's a slight chance of some isolated power outages, I think we'll avoid that for the most part. While it will be breezy for most of our viewing area, not quite windy enough to create too many power outages. 11 degrees, that's your current temperature right now in Gloucester, 15 in Coventry, 16 in Newport. And we could take a wider look at the storm and show you that the storm still has to organize itself. Here's the bulk of the energy, still well down to our south. That arrives later on tonight. So how much snow are we expecting? 6 to 8 inches for most of Providence County. Again, this includes places like Lincoln, Woonsocket, even into sections of Johnston, Rhode Island. 4 to 6 inches for the Providence metro area, 2 to 4 at the south coast. And Andrew, it's important to emphasize as we look at the 7-day futurecast that if you're along places, especially south and east of Providence, and you're a person that wakes up late in the morning, a lot of these snowfall totals may be gone by, say, 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning because of the rain, kind of squashing down those snow totals. So something to keep in mind as you're getting up tomorrow morning.
Oh, well, that's good news. I guess if you're living in that area, you might.
Now, Eyewitness Sports with Mark Dondero.